Welcome back to the first ever official / invite podcast. It's just a silly wow podcast with two best friends, Adam and Shocklate. I'm Shocklate,
I'm Adam,
and we're
and
here.
you're.
And you're here now. We're watching it. We're here.
Yeah.
Man, what a week!
Congratulations.
What a week in WoW! What a month in
What a
WoW!
week it's been.
This is
Yeah.
actually. There's been so much stuff. So since our last podcast, the last podcast came out, and pretty much we were talking a little bit about 10.2. We kind of just did a whole BlizzCon recap as pretty much
BlizzCon recap.
the whole thing, our experience and all that good stuff. And now it's time to really just get into the nitty gritty of the actual patch itself. So patch 10.2,
one?
yeah, the new one.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Patch 10.2, Guardians of the Dream. If you were to rate it 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
I think I'm enjoying it so far. I don't think it's funny because it's like we went to BlizzCon, we got all the updates and the news for like what's gonna happen, what's gonna come, and then this new patch comes out, and it's not as exciting, at least for me, as the announcements for what we're gonna get
Later
that
this
make
week.
sense?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I mean, okay.
Like, it's fine, but it's not revolutionary. It's just another
Yeah.
Dragonflight patch. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
That's
I
a fair
think
assessment.
it's for me, like my time is like super limited, so like I'm always looking for things to do like where I'm not dependent on other people to like run content with. And the seed stuff is okay, and like there's that event that like you walk around with Treebeard
Yeah.
and you like fight things, and I don't even really know what else you do, like but that's okay, I guess. I got some mounts. It's fun.
Mounts
Yeah,
are cool.
it's
I like
okay.
mounts. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the best Dragonflight patch we've had. In regards
I
of
think
like,
so.
so like comparing like world content to like the Zeralek Caverns, Zeralek Caverns had some really cool like tech added to the game with the seamless underground world, right?
Yeah.
But I think in regards to like things to do compared to Zeralek Caverns had like the Niffin, like
I didn't like that.
I didn't like
that
it.
patch.
I don't like how it's instanced. I didn't like that. I felt too secluded, and then I wasn't really like into the raid. I wasn't really into the zone. I don't really cared about being in the big cave, which is funny
I thought the raid looked cool. I actually didn't even get to do it just because of life or whatever. But I just wasn't a big fan of like the cave zone aesthetic. And then they announced an expansion where we're getting
where we're
that.
literally
I'm
going to
like,
be
oh,
into a
okay,
giant cave.
alright.
But I feel like it's going to be different, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I can't judge the next expansion until I actually see like footage of like the beta or the alpha or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. But like, I just didn't like the Zeralek Caverns, and then like what they announced at BlizzCon like felt like more of the same of that.
yes.
But we'll see. I mean, I can't judge it right now in this state. I mean, you asked me to rate the current patch on the
Yeah,
on the scale
10.2 on a scale of
I
1
think-
to 10.
I think for me right now it's a soft 7.
Yeah.
It's a 7 just because I'm enjoying like raiding. Oh my god, dude, you literally killed the raid on Sunday.
Yeah, we crushed it, dude.
No, you killed the Sunday raid because you did the Friday night raid.
Listen. That was not my fault. I take zero credit for that. I take zero
So
accountability.
what happened was, for anybody that doesn't know, obviously you guys don't fucking know, but like Shocklate started a raid with the boys on like last Friday night, but we had established a raid group for Sunday nights.
Okay, mine was not like a concurrent thing. It's not like this is every Friday night Chocolate's doing this. It was like, hey,
Okay.
I can't make it to any other raid night, so I'm gonna host a raid night. That's what I did. I just hosted a raid night, and it just so happened that it was so fucking good that it killed the other raid group. And we beat the raid in 2
Yeah.
hours. We one-shotted every single boss pretty much. And we just laid our dicks out on the table and got loot.
I'm sure. Wait, what did you get up to?
Oh, item level wise?
Yeah.
I'm like 457 right now.
Wait, why did I say that? I meant like, what boss did you get
Oh,
up
we
to?
cleared the entire raid in 2
You
hours.
did?
In 2 hours, we cleared the
Oh yeah,
raid.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. You
We
did post
kill
some pictures. Sorry,
Fire Rack we wiped one time on because somebody put the fire right next to the root.
Fire Rack.
Yeah, Fire Rack. Isn't that his name? Fire Rack, dude.
Where do you people get this shit from?
Well,
They literally pronounce his name in the cinematics for Rock.
For Rock.
And it's like, it's not even just
Whatever.
that. It's like other characters, like what's another one? I don't know. There are other characters that people pronounce like completely the wrong fucking way, but it's clearly not that way it's pronounced.
Well, like Tyrandy.
No, that's ironic. That's an ironic
Oh,
name,
okay.
I think.
Well, like, listen,
But, like,
we you know, Rip Bozo pack watch for Fire Rack, dude. He got dicked down, dude.
I'm glad to hear it. So where does the axe drop from? Is it like just a rare drop?
It's from Farok. From Farok. And it's a quest item, and you have to like there's a crafted component to it. So pretty much it's
like Thunder Fury.
Yeah, and so
that's actually sick. I didn't know that.
Yes, but now it's gonna cost well over $1 million gold to craft it. I would assume.
Just buy WoW tokens.
Yeah, true. Just buy WoW tokens. I mean, they're what, like 300k. So you buy 4 WoW tokens, $80. You get 1.2 mil. Yeah, and then you have 200k left over. You can buy You can buy a run. You can buy an AOTC run for 200k gold, and then also get the gold you need to get the item. Perfect. There it is.
Yeah,
it's a win-win for everybody. Just do it. It boosts the economy.
That's cool. I'm actually more motivated to do the raid now that I know that there's like that little element of it. That's cool.
There's also like a really cool like helmet enchant as well that you get from it's like a quest that you get from killing the first boss in the raid. You talk to Chandris Feathermoon or whatever her name is, and you talk to that lady and she's like, "Oh, collect these items," and they're like, you get like a currency from the raid. And
why you just said it like you said the name like that is just so funny.
I don't know, dude.
Stupid sounding.
It is stupid sounding, dude. We have freaking
Chandris Feathermoon
and freaking Firac, dude. I almost said Chirac, dude, like Chicago. But that's what. Hey, listen, that's what they call it in the streets. Yeah, yeah, dude. It's you get like this like quest and you kill all the bosses, and then after like a couple weeks of doing that, you get a permanent helmet enchant. Kind of, you remember like the helmet, the like shoulder enchants from Wrath.
No. Yes.
It's like that. So it's like a countdown type thing. It's pretty cool. So that alone is motivating me to like do the raid a couple weeks in a row. Plus, I want to get all of the druid forms from the raid. There's a lot of really cool druid forms from the raid. So just that alone is worth it, in my opinion.
I like the stony bear looking.
Yeah, dude. That one's cool. But cool. I think we got way too sidetracked already. We were talking about rating this expansion on a 1 to 10 scale and comparing it to the last expansion, and then we got sucked into the raid.
Oh, the expansion or the patch?
Oh, I'm sorry, the patch. Excuse me, the patch. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gave it a soft 7. My experience is probably a little bit different because I'm playing a lot more. Like I'm actually starting to get into like a little bit more Mythic Plus, and Mythic Plus has been a lot of fun, but it's only been fun because I've been playing with a lot of friends. Like that's really what makes Mythic Plus enjoyable to me, is playing with friends. So if I were to rate the patch, I would probably give it a solid 8. And on like the Dragonflight scale, right? So like, no pun intended. You have like the initial patch, like first patches or the first expansion launch is always fun at the beginning. It got real old real quick. We beat the raid. Then it was 9.1. Yeah, we've only had 3 patches. 9.0, 9.1, 9.2. Not including the 0.5. Not including the 0.5s and 0.7s. Those don't really count. Yeah. Those really aren't major patches in my opinion. It's just like additional stuff or like hot fixes or stuff like that. I think this is the best patch for like content wise and Dragonflight. The Dragonflight launch was like, you get to max, you have your professions, you have your world quest, you have your new, the renown tracks, and you have Mythic Plus rating PvP. That's all you get.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, well now we're going underground, which is cool. It's fine. And then you can do these little, digs with the little Niffin guys. Okay, cool. That's another thing. It got really boring really quick. People stopped doing it, and it didn't feel like you were doing it in the world because it's instanced, and and it's all solo. That's why I like 9.2 way better, is because the seeds are open. Like you type in the chat, purple seed, put the waypoint, and you have like 7 people fly to that seed.
True, that's the one that gives you the mounts, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like it's nice because it engages the open world because you're out in the open. Same thing with like the Super Bloom. Super Bloom is like the chef. Is like the chef event, and the chef
Chef
event was
event was
fun.
cool, but like I don't know. Those events
Now nobody does it. Nobody does a chef event. It's dead content.
well, because does it give any rewards?
No, it gives you rep.
Yeah, who gives a shit now?
And I guess you can technically solo it, but it's not fun to solo. It's not like engaging content to solo.
Solo it? Yeah, what the fuck? I
Yeah,
wouldn't expect
you can
you
just
to be
like
able to
do the
solo
quest.
that.
You like, cause the quest is to do 5 to do the 5 chores from the chef, or the 5
Mhm.
orders. So
Yeah,
there are ways you can like technically solo it. It's just not nearly as fun as
yeah,
it was whenever like everybody flew to the zone, and it was like 80 people in a small area. You couldn't even see what you're doing half the time, and you're just like clicking randomly on everything. Like that was way more fun in my opinion. In
yeah,
regards to like
yeah. It was fun when there was a lot of people in there, but like I don't know. I mean, when there was a reason to do it, you know.
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of content in WoW where it's like it's actually good, but then they like stop like giving rewards or updating like the reason for the
Yes.
player to go
To go
continue to
to do
do
it.
it, and that's what kills the gameplay
You need to have a
functionality. Like
reason. You need to have a reason to do it 1000%. You can't just
yeah,
like you can't just expect players to continue to do something and put their because it's a time versus reward trade-off. Like you put your time into something, you want to be rewarded. And yes, transmogs are cool. Transmogs are a good like reward set, like a good reward for doing content.
yeah.
Transmog mounts, gear, like people want to progress their alts, their other characters, um, fill out their last couple pieces before they start doing Mythic Plus or whatever.
Hmm.
I mean that stuff is important to do, but I think that just having the content just kind of be there without like making it upscale to the current level of the other new content is silly. Like there's no point to not
Yeah.
do it. Like it would be way more fun if the weekly quest was like, "Hey, this is your weekly quest. Gain your 3,000 rep and go do the fishing thing in the Tuskar village." And they just made the gear from that give you the same stuff. That
What
these
do you mean? They did that.
that
They
the
did
super
have that. What are you
well
talking
like
about?
yes, but I'm talking for like in this current patch, because
Oh,
there's
you're
no
saying
reason to do it
I
now.
see what you're saying.
There's no
I see
reason
what
to
you're
do
saying.
it now unless you're like trying to get the title like chef or whatever,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah.
whatever it
Well,
is.
actually, what they're doing with there's like, is it a weekly where
It's a
like they give
weekly.
you the choice between doing the Super Bloom and the Dream Surges?
Yes, but no one does.
And the Dream
But
Surges
who's
from
gonna do?
last patch.
But who's gonna do the Dream Surge? It's old content. No one cares about that shit anymore. Why give players a choice?
I mean,
Don't
there's
just
still
don't
like some
just
catch-up gear you can get from that. But less people are doing it. You're right.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
there's no
but
point.
I don't think.
There's no point of killing world bosses when no one's gonna help you anyways. You're shooting yourself in the foot by selecting that option. There's no point of having
Yeah,
there's no point of giving a player an option when there is only one option to do, and that's the new content. Just make it like, hey, you have to do the Sibelian and Rathian boss thing. That's what you have to do this week if you want to do your weekly quest. And then it
yeah,
forces all of the players, you can still go do the Super Bloom and that stuff for the current content, but for the weekly quest, like it forces players to revisit those things again.
hmm,
I think they should do, I guess in the beginning it makes sense for them to kind of cater you to kind of push you to the new content, but maybe
yeah.
in like a 0.5 patch, like 2.9.2.5, or whenever they do like maybe a faded patch, if they do another faded patch for Dragon, if they do a
Oh,
faded patch,
just like their raids, like they like rotate like the world content and stuff. That would be
yes,
sick as fuck. Yeah, they
yes,
should do that. They should do that.
that's something that they should really look into, because then it like faded gave people a reason to go back and do the old to go do Nathria again,
Yeah.
which was like Nathria was too good to only have her for one patch. Like it's too
Yeah.
good of a raid. It's such a good raid, and the fact that they gave you an option that you can go back and get current gear from that raid, it was perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited for the faded patch that they do for Dragonflight because there's because I missed the entire raid. I missed the previous raid, so I'm excited to like actually
Oh,
experience that.
Aberrus. Aberrus was
Yeah,
good. It was. I mean, we cleared it. It
yeah.
was a fine raid. I think this raid is way easier. It's so
Okay.
much easier,
I
especially
wonder what the
especially the last boss. This last boss is like tank and spank basically, and you drop a seed on the
true,
ground. That's all you do.
true. Just throwing
Sta
your seeds
Yeah,
everywhere.
just
I wonder what the mount is gonna look like for doing all of the faded bosses. Because like remember how we did the jelly cat jelly
oh
mount?
yeah.
They're probably gonna do
It's
another
it's
reward
probably
like
gonna be
that.
some sort of dragon flying mount is what my guess would be.
I mean, that would be preferred because everybody's dragon
Because
riding.
well, and it's supposedly going to be an evergreen system. Like this is going to be the new standard of mount traveling.
I heard they're gonna do dynamic ground mounts at some point, or
I heard
it's
something
like,
about that too, and I saw
yeah,
I think I saw it in a Bellular video, and he made the joke with the Mr.
yeah.
Garrison. Hey,
I made that.
I know that guy. I know the guy who made it. This guy made it. Look at that.
Yeah, I
That's
was trying to
crazy.
say like I didn't want to say like, oh, I made a video for like no,
Listen,
yeah,
toot your own horn, toot your own horn, dude. You deserve it. You do great. You do great stuff, man. So I think
stop it.
I think this is a good patch. I think it's the best Dragonfly patch so far. I've had the most fun with it. I've also been the most like I guess like engaged to continue to play and do more content and push keys and go into the raid. I mean, like I formed a raid that supposedly killed the community raid on Sunday. My bad. Oops. Sorry that my raid was just better.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
That all being said about the patch, I'm fully intending on dropping retail and playing Season of Discovery when it comes out.
Oh yeah, a couple days, dude. Jet, what's your plan for Season of Discovery? Are you going to be going Alliance, Horror? Like, what day one? It starts at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. What is Adam Schwaggins going to do?
I load into the fucking server that we're gonna be on.
RP PvP?
I don't want to fucking play PvP server, man. But I will be RPing as Eric Cartman, the dwarf warrior, excuse me, and I will make the character very quickly, exactly to match the South Park episode. Get the name, log in, then I go back to the character creation, make a dwarf female with the blonde ponytail, name her Gail Lewis.
You got to make her a rogue.
A rogue? I don't know. There's something funny about Gail Lewis holding the gun, so like
Oh,
maybe
dude,
she's the
true.
hunter, but also she could be a paladin of the light,
The ultimate theft protection, a gun.
the ultimate. Exactly, yeah. She's like maintaining law and order and justice within Walmart 844. You know what I'm saying?
Morris, Illinois. You got to represent.
I think it would be perfect if she was a hunter or a paladin. So I got to make that decision when the time comes.
I think I don't know if I'm going to be going Horde or Alliance. It's kind of just going to be up to whatever Jen decides to play for Season of Discovery. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't even know if she's going to stick with it, right? So like, I'm obviously.
Well, I'm gonna make both. You know,
I'm gonna have so many characters because level
so
25 is so accessible to get. It's so easy to get
yeah,
to
exactly.
that level.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't reduce the level the XP. What's the word?
Like the XP required.
No, like the XP that you get, like reduce like nerf the amount of XP that you get between 1 and level 25.
I think it's gonna be the same as I would assume it's gonna be the same XP gain as Season of Mastery. So I think it was like 10% more than Classic WoW. So you level up 10% faster,
Yep.
which I think is fine. Like I mean, but I know that they are going to be like vastly increasing the XP gain once they increase the level band. So like once it goes from 25 to 40, they said that they will increase the amount of XP you get once you're like to get caught up to that.
Oh right, you're right. Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's going to count for all the way to 40 or if I think it's just going to count to the most recent band. So like once you hit level 25, it's going to be normal XP gains because otherwise people are just going to wait, boost and go crazy and then try to, because like then what's the point of even playing at that level band? You're just going to wait for the next band to come out and boost up.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna be going a warrior for sure, some sort of warrior. If I play horde, maybe shaman and go
I'm
shaman
interested
tank.
to try Shaman.
Shaman
Yeah.
tank. I'm gonna go Tauren shaman. I'm literally gonna be Shocklate.
You have to.
And then if alliance, I think I'm gonna go night elf moonkin. I'm gonna go balance druid, and I'm gonna go straight boomy. I'm gonna try to find that rune that makes wrath cost 0 mana, so I'm not an Oomkin. I actually can do damage,
That's a good idea.
and there is and then I'll play resto as well. I'll have like a resto off spec so I can heal.
Yeah. There's a I mean I it's funny because like I've barely touched Druid on Classic WoW, and Druid was my first ever class. And like I have like nostalgic memories of playing my Night Elf Druid.
It's
Uh
so cozy,
but I
dude.
so I,
Teldrassil, best starting zone.
it's honestly it's not, and that's why I haven't really I don't like Teldrassil
So
that much.
wrong.
But I love Elwyn Forest more, and it's like I log into Elwyn Forest and make a new character, and it's like anxiety treatment, you know what I'm saying? Or like, like if I'm having a bad day or something, it's just like serotonin, you know? But like if I log into like Teldrassil, it's like all dark and sad and
It's just
you
cozy.
know,
I think it's cozy.
it's cozy, sure, but like I'm compared to Elwyn Forest, like I gotta give it to
Elwyn
Elwyn
Forest
Forest.
is cozy. I
Yeah.
think all the starting zones are good.
Yeah, they're all fine. I just like Elwyn Forest the most.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
It's
enough.
the best one.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
go warrior or some sort of paladin hunter.
I'm gonna do
Excuse
all
me.
of them.
You're
I'm gonna
gonna
do all of
yeah.
the classes. But I'm gonna main I think I'm going in. I'm gonna main warrior probably. We'll see.
Have you been like following any of the data mining stuff or not
Nothing.
really? Good,
No,
same.
absolutely
Actually,
fucking not.
same. I
No.
haven't seen anything. I have seen like one thing, and I don't want to say what it is, but it's made me like really want to play warrior. Obviously, they had like the stuff that they announced in at BlizzCon, right? So they like showed the runes at BlizzCon, and just like having like Raging Blow is huge for warrior. It's just like another
Right.
ability to be able to press to generate rage. I love
Yeah.
that. Just that alone is going to help warrior pacing feel so much better because warrior is such a slow auto attack,
Yeah.
spamming a
Yeah.
button, spamming your heroic strike, waiting for your weapon swing to go, you know? And I
Yeah.
think same thing with like Paladin. Paladin's the same way. You're literally just AFK the entire time. So I think
Yeah.
that these runes are going to help you feel better playing at these lower levels. I'm so excited about it, man.
Yeah.
Like
If Paladin is fun to play, like I'm gonna be really excited because I
you
really
got to go
just
ret, dude. You got the ret dream has to live on, dude.
I know I'll make ret pilled. Yeah. 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 I just didn't like Paladin in Classic.
Yeah, it
So
sucks.
and I leveled one all the way level fucking 52, and I was
Boring.
like, I can't even do it. I can't even finish this right now. It's just disgusting to play. Makes me nauseous.
You're just
Like,
it's just you're just doing auto attack simulator is all it is.
yeah,
AFK auto attack simulator, and you hit a seal every 12 seconds or whatever it is.
yeah, I know. So I'm excited to see like how they change or what they add to Paladin
Well,
in
they're
Season
adding
Discovery.
Crusader Strike. That I
Yeah,
know.
I know.
And
I forgot
and
what
it gives
they
you
said they
back
were gonna add,
mana.
but
And it gives you back mana, which is like huge for paladins.
huge,
It's
huge.
huge. So huge. The
Yeah,
hugest.
that's what they
I
say.
I think I think Season of Discovery is going to revolutionize classic WoW in the best
Oh
of
yeah, I
ways.
mean,
In the
like people are
best of
saying, like
ways.
X-Men saying it's like it's a Classic Plus
It
beta.
is.
But like I feel like at this point they're just like Classic Plus is just gonna be like a seasonal thing.
Yep. And there's
You
going to
know,
be
like
like
be
maybe
different.
maybe
No.
in the next season you're going to have like a multi-class option.
Yeah, but is that what people want? Like, is like I'm cool with like seasonal like fun stuff, but like I feel like people, the way I thought of Classic Plus and what I thought they were gonna announce at BlizzCon was like a legitimate like expansion. It was like you pre-order this shit and it's classic. It's a what if World of Warcraft expansion where we don't go through the Dark Portal and there's more shit that happens on Azeroth and whatever. We get new races and new class combos and
I
just
think
more content.
I think an expansion
Wait.
bless you.
We're good.
We're
Thank
good.
you.
I think an expansion is a bad idea for classic because then it's not classic. I think the best
Well, that's
way
the point.
well
It doesn't have to be.
the best way to handle like because when you think of expansion, you think of like, oh, now there's a level 70 cap. Well, we already have that. It's Burning Crusade. Like we already had that thing, and then you're totally changing the landscape because now you have 10 more talent tree points to play with.
Yeah.
So you go from 51 to 61. So you get 10 more talent points, and then like you can unlock way more things in your tree, and it vastly changes how your class plays.
Yeah.
I think what they could have done is just like add a new raid. That's like all they had to do.
Yeah, but like just the new raid, like that's kind of boring. Like,
Well, I
you
mean,
know.
like they could also add stuff for leveling content, like new leveling dungeons, right? Like expand on Scarlet Monastery, do a Scarlet Monastery raid, which they probably are going to be doing in season of Discovery. Level 40 is definitely going to be a Scarlet Monastery type raid. Super excited about that. Can't
Well,
wait
what if they packaged up like all of the things that they're going to add in Season of Discovery and then just like rebranded into a
Classic
Classic
Plus.
Plus entity? You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
I think this is as close as we're gonna get to a true Classic Plus, a season of
Yeah.
Discovery. And Blizzard is not gonna call it Classic Plus because Classic Plus already has like a name and a reputation tied to it, and they're never gonna be able to live up to everybody's expectations. So having them call it Season of Discovery, and you're discovering these runes, you're discovering these new powers. You're discovering revamped versions of the raids or the dungeons. You're discovering new hidden things about your class that was never available to you. That, in my opinion, is like this is the closest we're gonna get to a Classic Plus game is what we're gonna be getting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to play PvP server. I know like PvP sometimes like World PvP sucks, but I think it is important for Classic WoW to at least have like something, to at least have some sort of World PvP. It's fun. It sucks sometimes, but it's fun sometimes. And the danger of having to
I don't
always
need fucking Showbeck camping me while I'm trying to fucking
Dude,
level. All
can you
right.
imagine well listen, Showbeck's said he's gonna be playing Alliance first, right? So
Yeah.
but he's gonna be East Coast. Showbeck, I was talking to Showbeck in a stream earlier, and he was saying he's gonna go East Coast PvP, and he's gonna have a Bankai guild. His guild's gonna be called Bankai. So listen, I think we should get Showbeck. When are we gonna get Showbeck on the show? Because
We should do that. Yeah.
we need to message him. I'm gonna message him after this.
That'd be dope. That would be dope.
I'm
Yeah.
messaging everybody.
I would probably join that guild if he's gonna do, he'll probably do like large. I think I remember him talking about this actually.
Like
He'll probably do,
large scale world. That stuff is so much fun.
That's
like,
fucking sick.
That's
I'd be
what
down
makes
for that.
Classic WoW classic is like the large world scale, like engaging. Like it sucks you in, and that is like, to me, like that is
All right.
the best part.
Okay, maybe I'll make a character on one server, I'll make a character on another server. Like the whole indecisiveness is why like I didn't really like progress in Classic WoWs, because I'm like, oh, I don't know what class to make. Oh, I don't know what
Yeah.
server to go on. Oh, I don't know what fucking to do. Like it's like,
Well,
you know, so
the best
like,
part
I
about
wanna
it now
just,
is
like,
that
kinda
it's only
stick
level
to one
25.
thing, you know?
Now,
What?
all you have to do is get to level 25,
I know, that's the beauty of it. So I can just
and then like
I'll do
whenever the next level band comes out, you only have to level 15 levels to 40.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You could very easily get every single class to 25.
I intend to. That's the thing. I will do that.
I mean, you've already done it in regular Classic WoW for the most part, pretty much. Like
No,
you have every class
exactly.
you have every class pretty much at level 30 or higher.
I do, yeah, exactly. Because I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out which one I liked
Your
the best.
priest was pretty high level. I remember that.
My priest was the one that I got to 60.
Yeah, the wand simulator.
Priest is my favorite. Actually,
It's just wand
my favorite
simulator,
class.
dude.
It really is, because you can't die.
Yeah.
You're just literally Harry Potter, like, and you can just bubble and heal, and you dot up, and then just
Well,
wand,
now they're getting what's it called? Penitence.
Yeah, penance.
Yeah, I can't speak.
It's okay.
But they're gonna get that, which is gonna be really good because that's gonna be healing
excited.
and damage. You're gonna be able to have
Yeah.
like a little bit more holy damage into your build.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so stoked for Season of Discovery. I'm not even like that big of a classic guy, but like just the fact that there's new stuff gets me excited. Like the mystery of it, and I just know that as people are discovering these runes and they type in general chat, I just found the Warlock tank rune. It's here. you just know that everybody in the world on that server is going to be zooming to that spot, which is
Yeah.
going to make world PvP insane.
Yes.
It may make the game unplayable for a few hours, but it's gonna be insane to see. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
like content. It's just gonna be such good content.
Yeah.
And if you play
Yeah. I'm
and if you
excited.
play a PvE server, then you're gonna have that same experience, except you're not gonna be dead
Yes.
when the whole world comes up to your to your spot once you found the
Yeah.
rune.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely, if I have time, will try and stream because I'm just like very excited about all of the gameplay for Season of Discovery. I want to just go in raw and like discover it with friends that are
Yeah,
watching
dude.
at the same time. So we'll see when I have time to actually stream that.
I hate that it comes out on a Thursday afternoon because like I'm off of work and it's like I have real life responsibilities that I have to attend to, and I want
Sucks to suck.
it kind of does sometimes,
No, I
but
mean, yeah,
I also want to like experience it for the first time with Jen. Like I want to like do a
yeah.
level with Jen. Like that's the goal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm feeling a little sick,
That's the
and
thing. I tweeted today. I was like, I can't fucking call off of work to
yeah,
play WoW
sucks
ever
to
again
suck,
because
doesn't it, dude?
I know I made content creation a full time career for myself.
Yep,
Like,
yep, yeah. So
so
I think maybe sometime next Tuesday or Thursday, I may have a doctor's appointment. If my
good
work
for
if
you.
my if anyone if my work asks, I have a doctor's appointment. And listen, who cares?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna schedule something. I'll have a scheduled doctor's appointment, okay?
yeah, yeah.
And I'll have that day off. I'll be sick that day because I'm already feeling under the weather. I just know
Yeah.
it. I feel it so deep in my soul. I'm so sick right now.
I just gotta figure out like how to um I gotta get better at time management. That's all. Like if I can carve out time in the
I don't
day
know
to like
how.
sit
You
down
wake
and
up
play
at like
WoW.
4 o'clock in the morning half the time. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do when you first wake up? You just lay in bed?
I get up, I go make my fucking morning cocktail with Celsius and shit, and I go to the gym. I come back, and I'm grinding until I fucking have to go to sleep
And then
at
you
this
have
desk.
meetings
Yes.
and all your meetings are in the evening because they have like normie jobs too that they're also doing on top of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I'll just fill in your meetings for you.
Okay.
And I'll just relay the message to you after the meeting's done. But yeah, Austin said this, Kevin said that, Ellis said this. Okay, we're good.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
And then I'll just take over
Like,
I'll just take over all your editing clients as well. And I'll just like figure it out.
sure, sure, and I'll get all the money for it.
Yeah. I'll just give you all the money.
Sure. That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds like a completely fair trade.
Very good. Yes. And then
Yeah.
at least then you get at least then you get to play, Season of Discovery. So,
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm very excited about this game, dude. Like I think it's going to be at least for the first month, it's just going to be insane the amount of stuff we're going to see.
Yeah.
And I
We
like how
should
I like how there's so much stuff that we don't know. Like the data mining stuff, yes, people are going to data mine. People were like upsetty spaghetti about it, but it's going to happen. They have to put the clients out in the open before they launch the game. Like
I literally haven't seen anything. I don't think they're like advertising anything.
they're not, but I have seen like a couple websites heavily data mine stuff, and I have seen like a couple YouTubers also data mining stuff, which is fine. Like whatever. Like if that's how they want to experience their
Is it
game.
Mr. GM?
No, it's not.
Is it
No,
that scoundrel?
Mr. GM doesn't data mine classic stuff. Maybe he
Yeah,
does.
he does.
Maybe he does for fun, but not.
Yeah, he does.
I haven't seen like any like videos from him about it. So
Well, he covers more retail stuff.
yeah, he covers
but
more retail stuff.
He has data mine classic
Well,
stuff
yeah,
in the past.
but like this is not normal classic WoW.
Yeah.
This is not your run of the mill, show where it's like, okay, well now we have 80 plus runes, 90 runes total. I don't know if they said it's 90 total but I know there's a lot. There's a lot of runes out there. I'm just excited for the meme builds. Like,
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm just
what's
excited to
gonna
have
happen?
fun, man. I mean, like honestly, like I mean, I say this all the time, and like maybe just WoW is not for me anymore. But like, I log into retail, and like sometimes I don't want to play. I don't want to. Sometimes I just want to play alone,
Yeah.
and that's the majority of the time actually, because I have very limited time. Like I just want to log in and turn my brain off for like an hour just by myself, and the only thing that I really have to do are like world quests and like other things that I'm not necessarily as motivated to do.
World quests
Classic
are boring.
WoW, or exactly. Classic WoW like has it's more friendly to my play style because it's just an open world for you. You can do whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want. And leveling is my favorite form of content, so it's like I'm down. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Delves next expansion because
Yeah,
that is
delves are gonna be cool.
next
There,
expansion is gonna be cool.
there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of really good things for WoW coming up. Normally, whenever we have had these shows in the past, it's just shit talking WoW half the time.
You know
Like,
what I have been doing more of, at least
oh,
the other day I was doing a bunch of these, is the time rift stuff.
oh,
That's cool because like people are actually doing it. I thought that it was
you can.
dead, but people are actually
It's
doing it.
because you can get 450 item level gear from it, so you can get like pretty decent gear from it, and then you can catalyze that gear to get the season 2 transmog appearances. So,
Wait,
and now there's no cap on how many things you can catalyze for season 2 items. So it's a great way
I
it's a great way to
didn't
get
even
some
know that.
transmog. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, I think because I know you get like a reward with like it was like a token or something you redeem for higher level
Yep.
gear. But I think the gear that I got was like 430 something. It wasn't
Maybe there's a way that you
450.
could like upgrade it using flight stones. You may be able to upgrade
Well,
it
yeah.
up to 450 with your flight stones. I mean, there's
Yo, can I
really
ask you a question? I
what's
don't even
up?
remember how you get flight stones. Like,
Just doing stuff, quests.
just doing stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like I
everything.
just get them in my bags. I'm like, okay,
And
where did this come
I'm
from? Like,
capped out on my druid. I don't know what to spend them on. Like I'm at 2,000 flight stones, and I don't know what to do with my flight stones anymore.
Jesus, damn.
And my dilemma right now in retail WoW is that I don't have any tier set bonuses. Like I have none. And I'm not gonna catalyze my gear because I have a vault coming up. I have a plus 18 in my vault that I'm like waiting on to know, because I don't want to catalyze something and then I get that same item in the vault and then I wasted my
Yeah,
catalyst charge and I gotta wait 2 weeks to use it again, and I don't want to do
yeah.
that. So this week, I like tomorrow I should have my 2 piece, minimum 2 piece.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
goal. That's what's gonna that's
My
the
fault this
reality of the
week.
situation. But yeah, you said I know like you were saying like classic WoW is just it typically is just a style of gameplay that is more attuned to your current situation. I would
Yeah.
say that's probably the same for me as well, but I'm just having a lot of fun in retail, and BlizzCon was such a great experience for me that I got to meet so many people that I have way more people to play WoW with now, that like I'm actually able to get content done. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually able to get in there and like do Mythic Plus. I've never done Mythic Plus before, ever, like seriously. Like I've only done one plus 18, and I basically was carried through it. Like I was carried through it by like a
Yeah.
couple of guildies, right?
Yeah. I'm
And
excited to keep playing more.
now I'm like
You know.
actually contributing to the plus 18. Like I'm doing the stuff. I'm not just like, uh I hit the boss now. I died. Oh no. And then they killed
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
So I'm actually being able to do the content. So it's been nice to like it's been fun to actually play the game. Like playing the game is fun if you're able to play it, but I never did Mythic Plus before because I always hated pugging. I hate pugging everything,
Yeah. Me too.
especially in retail WoW. Pugging things in classic WoW totally different,
Hmm.
because in classic WoW you're building that relationship with people and you're on one server, so you're not like you kind of like get known on that server, like, oh, like I recognize this guy's name, he was a good tank, I want to play with him again. You build that camaraderie, and you build like that world feeling, that real world feeling, real
Hmm.
world and a virtual world, you know what I mean? And in retail
Exactly.
WoW it's like, oh, I'm playing with um I don't know, Fist or Sister, and you know, like I'm never gonna see this guy again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, or you run into some guy named Sholey, and you're like, oh, who's this dumb idiot paladin? And he sucked, and I'm not gonna play with him. And like, but like, you're never gonna see him ever again, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's true.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no there's no real connection when you're making a group, and then like because there's no connection, there's no real connection. People are way more harsh in retail WoW than they are in classic WoW.
Yeah.
People in classic WoW may say things that are harsher. They may
Yes.
say some choice words, but that's also going to go against them whenever they try to get into other groups, because people are going to know that, okay, this guy's a dickhead. I don't want to play with him. Don't play with him. He's mean or whatever, right? But in retail WoW, they'll just leave your key, and now you have a plus 18 that's bricked, and you're like, okay, well, like there goes 45 minutes of my evening, because
Exactly.
you spent
They'll
20
probably add AI characters when they do that,
you
though.
spend 25 minutes making the group. You get to the first boss, one person dies because they stood in something, and then the healer leaves, and you're like, well, like now we literally cannot finish this,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. You think they'll
there
add
goes an
AI?
hour.
You think they'll add AI characters for when people do
Not for
that? When they
Mythic
put
Plus.
AI characters stuff out?
Not for Mythic Plus. It's too
Uh,
competitive. It's too much of a gearing tool for like higher end guilds, and especially
yeah.
for like, because then like what's the world first race going to look like? You're going to have one guy in an AI group, and he's going to
Well,
be running plus 30s because he can carry the AI team, and the AI team's going to be carrying him because they're tuned for a plus 30, and he's just going to get all
that's
the
true.
gear, and it's great for like newer players of the game,
Yeah.
especially to like learn the dungeons, especially like normal mode. I can even see something. Let's be real. They should just get rid of heroic. There's no point to doing heroic dungeons. Not even at the start of an expansion. Literally, you can just go into mythic once you hit max level.
Oh, dungeons. I'm like,
It's
what?
not that hard. Like
Yeah, yeah,
mythic zeros are not hard at all. They should
yeah.
honestly just replace heroic with mythic. Make mythic zero queuable, like you can queue it in Dungeon Finder, and it's random mythic zero, and you don't have to do heroic anymore, because heroic dungeons are a waste of time.
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
no
Yeah,
point.
that's true.
There is 0 point to doing heroic dungeons.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I have never really thought about that. Yeah, they should do that.
Which is another thing why I'm excited about classic WoW, is because there's only one difficulty.
Yeah, exactly.
The
It's
the
not that
the
complicated.
raid
Yeah.
is a raid. The dungeon's a dungeon. It is what it is. If you're geared enough,
Mhm.
or you're high, like really when you're at a low enough level, like it's really like, are you high enough level for this?
Yeah.
Because your character scales a lot more um like effortlessly, or like this, it's a clean transition, like going like up the power levels. And retail WoW, it's like, okay, well, you have to have a certain stat to do like this high of a key, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
And like
exactly.
everything is scaled anyway, so like as you're leveling in retail WoW, like everything is scaled to you.
Yeah, retail is just more. It's more Gigabrain. Like classic is just like more chill, and I'm just excited to have more chill, and not have to worry about what the fuck simming is. I don't know what the fuck simming is. Like,
Like
like,
why do I have to ask a robot what my virtual character's highest item level power is going to be from my vault?
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
so mad because I simmed my character, and I was like, oh, like I have this new ring that I can get. It was like 30 item levels higher than the ring that I had. And I was like, oh, I can get this new ring. And it was like, no, you should take the weapon because it's 3,000 DPS higher. But I'm like, I just spent a crafting thing on a crafted weapon. So I just
Hmm.
wasted a crafting weapon, and now I'm just going to get this weapon. And my crafting weapon is now a waste. And it just made
Yeah,
me mad.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I took the weapon anyways because I want to do higher DPS.
Yeah,
I got to pump. Druid's got to pump somehow, you know?
yeah. I'm kind of mad that my first vault of the patch I took the actual upgrade compared to the transmog because
That was,
upgrades are seasonal. Upgrades can come and go, but transmog lasts forever. So
but there's no transmog once Season of Discovery comes out, you know? You're
that's true.
you're gonna look, you're listen, you gotta look like an idiot in order to look like a champion once you hit max level, you know?
Exactly. I can't wait to look like an idiot. Yep.
I can't wait to get my first set of shoulders again, dude. Like
That feeling.
that feeling, especially when it comes to like it drops from like a random boss or like a random mob, and you're like level 13, and you're the
Yep.
first person with with those, you know, rugged leather shoulders, and
Yes.
you're like, ooh,
Yep.
ooh. It's a great item. It's 6 armor, but ooh, dude, it feels
Exactly.
so
Yep.
good.
Yep. It just elevates you.
Do you think that
You feel
they're
upper
gonna sell
class.
boosts in Season of Discovery? Once they max out the
Don't even
thing.
put that out into the ether. Why would you even say that?
I don't know. I just
Spit on the ground and throw salt over your shoulder.
intrusive
Jesus.
thoughts. Intrusive thoughts. I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, hell no.
So, if you're playing Season of Discovery, like the video, like it, like the show, like the podcast, and follow us on Twitter and Twitch. All of our links will be in the description below. Follow it.
Yes.
Do it now. Man, I just can't wait, dude. I'm like a giddy schoolgirl right now.
The next time we sit down should be like a review of Season of Discovery.
This weekend.
So far.
Let's do it. This weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Season of Discovery will be out. We'll probably be level 14 or 15. Maybe level 20, but
I'm lucky.
shit, like, do what?
If I'm lucky.
Nah, dude, you can get to level 10 in a sitting.
Well, if I had the time, I mean, my time is limited, you know.
You're just gonna have to sacrifice some sleep or the gym.
Whoa.
Listen, man.
I raised you better than this, man.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Listen, I had a great gym session today, too. It was a great.
I had a really good gym session.
It was a great back and biceps day, man. I was fueled from Thanksgiving.
You did back and biceps on a Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to do something that I was gonna enjoy, like,
yeah,
because I haven't worked out in about a week because of the holidays and Thanksgiving and driving everywhere and planning and cooking and all this stuff, right? So I took about a week off. I worked out one time last week and I did chest.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what? Like, I want my first workout to be something that I'm really gonna enjoy. So I did back and biceps. It was worth it. And then next, I'll do legs, and then I'll do chest and shoulders and triceps, and then I'll do shoulders and arms on Saturday. That's the plan.
Yeah.
But Thursday comes out, and it's Season of Discovery, and you better believe we're gonna be gaming. We're gonna be gaming on Season of Discovery Day.
Yes, we are.
Thursday. This show should be out by Thursday, so it should be like the show comes out Thursday in the morning. I'm putting it out there in the universe right now. It's gonna come out Thursday morning.
Nice.
And we're ready, dude. We're ready.
We are ready.
WoW is just so back.
We're back.
We're so back. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's it for today's episode. The first episode ever, official episode of the Slash Invite podcast.
Yeah, the last one was the first one.
This is the first official one.
Of the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one is episode 0. This is episode 1.
Okay.
First one. Number 1. This is the number one. This is the number 1 silly WoW podcast on the internet. 100%, dude.
Number 1 spot.
We're the number 1. Number 1 in WoW. Number 1 in Classic WoW. Number 1 Season of Discovery.
He was number 1.
Yep. So we'll see you in Azeroth, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
See you in Azeroth.
Back to you, Azeroth. What is it like? How do like news anchors sign out? They're like,
"Go fuck yourself, Azeroth."
Yeah. Going back to Tom in Elwyn Forest, he's at the Goldshire Inn reporting out some heinous crimes in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on the RP realm in the Goldshire Inn. Dude,
just covered in goo.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think you should definitely play on an RP server.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
like
RP
RP PvE would be sick, dude.
Yeah,
so
that'd be good. I'm gonna make Gail Lewis in the RP PvE.
And you gotta like chase after people and be like, hey, like she's like running after shoplifters. Like you just have to be like you just have to hate rogues because rogues always pickpocket people. You'd have to hate rogues with a passion if you're Gail Lewis.
That's true. They can't be stealing from me.
Not on my watch. 844 represent.
Exactly.
All right. Great show, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitch and on Twitter. Basically, just type in Adam Swaggins or Shocklate and you'll find us. You'll see us. You'll see us there. We'll be there. And we'll see you all in retail, in Season of Discovery, and on the internet. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you later. Signing out. Bye.